Joining us right now to take on the photos not being released, Anne-Marie McAvoy, Fordham Law Professor and former federal prosecutor, and James J.F. Forrest from the University of Massachusetts, Lowell. All right, so the photo is not going to be released. Let's just put the whole thing behind us. Why are we continuing this entire debate? Anne-Marie, let me start with you.
Well, it's very important that the United States be able to actually prove that we killed bin Laden. I mean, the problem is that this is going to go now into these conspiracy theories and whether or not they can actually believe it and whether he's really alive or dead or not. And what we are left with is really just hearsay.
Dr. Forrest, what do you think?
Well, if he were alive, that's not a secret that anyone's going to be able to maintain for very long, especially his supporters. If he were alive, he's going to be coming out in a video pretty soon declaring, hey, folks, I'm alive. You didn't get me. Nah, 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 nah. So I don't really buy the whole conspiracy theory nonsense.
Well, President Obama did an interview with CBS News about this whole thing, and he was quoted as saying, you know, we don't want to trot these photos out like trophies. Let's listen to that transcript.
We don't need to spike the football, and I think that given the graphic nature of these photos, it would create some national security risk.
What national security risk could this possibly create?
I don't think it creates any. The reality is that you have a situation where we have killed Osama bin Laden. If we are going to create any sort of response from that, where people are going to look at it and be upset, they're going to be upset that we've killed Osama bin Laden.
Dr. Forrest, you also work with special ops people all the time. What do you think they would say? What would their vote be?
I think they would say that the president did the right thing, that the emotional victory that we've scored with the death of bin Laden is a great victory for America, but the bloodthirst that people are talking about right now in terms of wanting to see the photo, I think that'll go away eventually, and this will die down.
Hey, let me just put a hypothetical to you here. The president is visiting New York tomorrow. He's going to meet with some of the 9/11 families. What if a member of the 9/11 families, one of the family members, came up to him and said, you know what? I need some closure on this, Mr. President. I do definitely want to see the picture. What should he do?
He should show it to them.
Well,
I mean, I think they deserve to see that. These are their family members that they lost. I mean, I think they really deserve to see that. And the other thing is people in Congress have seen the pictures already. It's already floating around out there. There are a number of people who've seen them. They're not going to be able to keep them under wraps, and they're going to wind up getting out anyway. And there's all this hullabaloo about should we or shouldn't we, and they're going to get leaked out eventually at some point.
But you know what,
anyhow.
Anne-Marie, the administration can say that the administration did not release them. If somebody else leaks them out there, there's this kind of plausible denial. Dr. Forrest, I'll let you check in on that. What do you think?
I agree with you fully. I think the president is doing the right thing in terms of taking the high ground. The U.S. needs to maintain the perception of taking the most highest moral and ethical response. Even an enemy as hated as bin Laden needs to be treated with some respect. And, you know, gunshot wounds are not pleasant to look at, especially when they're fatal like this. So any photo of this is going to be pretty gruesome. I don't think the president wants to stand behind any sort of publication of that kind of material in the public domain.
All right, we're out of time, folks. Thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate it very much.